Hello, chat. Hello. I did actually get chased by a moose. I'm not joking. How are you all doing today? I messed around with my mic, so hopefully everything sounds good. I set up what should be better audio, but if something's wrong, yell at me because you're probably right. How are you all doing? It's been so long. I know, I barely stream. Just kidding. I'm back now. It's been a hot second, but I'm back now. How are you all doing, chat? How are we doing today? How is everyone doing today? A moose again? Yes, and I will tell both stories, I promise. It was a lot. I have video evidence, too, for those of you who saw on TikTok. But how are we doing today? How was everyone's weekend? Anything fun happen? Anything crazy? Hi, Robin. Hi, Yana. Hello. It's too hot in the UK. It's too hot here, too. It might not look like it because I'm wearing a hoodie right now, but I live in the basement. I can't go outside. It's too hot. Too hot. Anyone jamming and not extremely hot right now, I'm jealous of you. Because I don't... Too hot. Also, my lights are too bright. I'm gonna turn them down. Also, look, guys, Ducky's here. She's in her, one of many bath times, I'm sure. If you've been around long enough to see Ducky. Some of you probably have never seen Ducky before on stream. That's absolutely wild to me. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down. There we go. Now we're jamming, chat. Cat! It's a cat! She's back there. Oh, do you guys want to see what I set up today? Oh my god, I will tell you guys all about the, sorry, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. I will tell you guys all about the moose. First off, though, I need to brag about this. I'm so proud of it. I moved my LED lights to my closet. So now, I don't know if you can see it really, but I have a party in my closet now. I can't tell how much of that's actually showing up. My closet's glowing. It's rainbow. It's kind of sick. Bonnies, thank you for following. Thank you. Hi, how are you today? I'm doing good. I've been playing Minecraft this morning with Tao. I am catching up and setting up a lot of stuff here for YouTube. Editing a really fun YouTube video. The gay closet. Oh, that's fitting. Lorraine, thank you for the 18 months. 18 months. 13 months. Hello?
And the months just keep on coming.
I like that I said 18 months like that was completely normal. Thank you for the 13 months. I think 13 is the highest that we've ever been able to get, right? I think 14 will be next month. Wow, that's wild. Anyway, yeah, the gay closet. Oh, Smog, thank you so much for the 7 months. Thank you. Oh, it's too hot.
Hello. I've missed you, Merc. Your voice is sounding great.
Thank
I'm
you.
too hot and it's 33°C in my room, but I found an ADHD med that works for me and got a job, so life is good.
That's great. Congratulations. I'm gonna look up what 33 degrees Celsius is in Fahrenheit.
Hello, 14 months, Pog. I'm glad
CT
I'm able to
Spices!
be here for a bit.
Thank you so much for the 14 months. Thank you so much. Also, 91 degrees. Okay, I had to look it up. Guys, I'm a little stupid. I'm an American. I didn't know what 33 degrees Celsius was. 90 degrees is hot. That's really hot. Also, thank you so much again for the 14 months. That is now the highest. You've earned your spot. I think you were my first subscriber or one of mine. Yana's at 15? Never mind. I lied. Yana, you beat me. I need to pay more attention, guys. I'm sorry. The voice is echoey? Is my voice echoey, chat? Is my voice? Well, now I'm sure it is. Wait, right? Is my voice echoey? I hope not. Oh, the donation voice. Oh, the donation voice is. I think that will fix it. Sorry, chat. Sorry. Okay, the dono voice is echoey. Okay, I'll fix that. Thank you for telling me. Anyway, sorry, so many things that are happening. Yeah, guys want to hear about yesterday when I was chased by a moose? There's a beforehand story that I think I've said once before. Should I start with the time I was chased as a child and why I think that yesterday was a revenge plot? I don't know what it is. I thought I was like a little Disney princess. I used to think that animals really liked me. It's now coming to clear terms with me. I think animals may hate me. Which is really concerning. I have a Discord? Yes, I do. I have a Discord, and it's really jamming. It's very fun. Oh, ads? Okay. Oh, then I'll stall. So, chat, we're gonna start with story number 1, when I was 12 or 13, okay? This is a complex moose story. Yes, absolutely. Or complex. Ha. Do you guys say complex or complex? try to explain that in the chat. Everyone's just gonna say the same word over and over. Do you guys ever read stuff like about neither and neither, but it tells you to read it differently, and you do in your head, and you're like, wow, the amount of control that your brain has, insane. Anyway, moose story, here we go. So, it all started when I was 12 or 13. Actually, it started before that. I went to Hawaii when I was 10, and I got sucked out into the ocean. And I was terrified of swimming ever since then, okay? So then it was like 2 or 3 years later. I hadn't swam since then. I was still a stupid little child. I had no clue what was happening. And I went on this church trip up to a cabin, okay? So I was with a bunch of other people my age, and I was like the only one that didn't really know how to swim. And we were up at a lake house cabin thing in the woods. And I already felt kind of awkward. I didn't really know most people that were there. I wasn't really friends with most of them. I wasn't like, you know, and so then they asked me to come with them when they were gonna go swim in the lake. And I didn't want to be that one stupid person that's like, I can't swim. Because I'm like, I mean, I'm 12, 13, but at that moment I thought that I was, you know. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come with. I'll get in the lake. Do you guys have like a floaty or something? I'm kind of tired. I don't really feel like, you know. And so they pulled out this lime floaty, okay? This giant, I bet I can find a picture of it. This giant lime floaty. Like this big around, maybe. Maybe some of you know what I'm talking about. Maybe some of you have seen the giant lime pool floaty. This haunts me. Yep, it's this one right here. It's this one right here, officer. Right here. This type of, like, big thing, okay? So, I get on this little lime pool floaty at 13, and I get in the lake, and I'm kicking my feet a little bit. I'm moving towards the center of the lake. I'm like, okay, this is kind of chill. No waves, no tide. I'm not gonna get pulled out into the ocean. I'm not gonna drown. Everything's fine. And then, from out of the woods comes a moose. A bull moose. Like a fucking massive, huge moose. Okay? The ones with the big ones. That's not how it was yesterday. Thank God. This experience at 13 was much more traumatic. And it just walks into the lake. Immediately, there are people that scream because we're all tiny children, obviously, but it's like the get out of the pool, get out of the lake, let's go quickly type of thing. Everyone's trying to go fast, and I'm sitting in the middle of the lake, frozen in fear. Mind you, I have never seen oh, mobile viewers, is the delay super, super bad on mobile? I'm sorry. I think that might just be on your end. I haven't changed anything on my end. Let me see. Yeah, I think it might be on your guys' end. Sorry. I would also just say to refresh if there's super bad delay. I'm sitting there. I've got no idea where to go, okay? The one thing that I've learned about, like, being in the water is you don't, like, kick or splash to, like, get, like, that's gonna get an animal's attention. I don't want its attention. Right now, it's not paying attention to me, so I can't swim anywhere. I'm stuck on this little floaty, I pull my legs up, and I just sit there. And some people are telling me to get off of the floaty and start swimming away, but I can't do that. I don't know how, so I just sat there. I sat there while this giant moose had a bath, and then got out of the lake and went back into the woods. I don't remember how much time I was there for. I could not give you a good estimate. No idea. Yeah, so that broke me, okay? Chat, since then, I have not seen a moose in person. I haven't had the desire to, I haven't had the need to. I avoided it in every way I possibly could until yesterday. It started off completely normal, chat. The day started off fine. I said, I'm gonna go out into the mountains to get some fresh air, to see some nice things. No, chat, I was fully chased by a moose. Oh, I'm in the way. Wait, let me move me. Whoop. If you guys haven't seen this, it's on TikTok. I'll move myself out of the way. Here we go. But look at this. Oh, I don't know if you guys... It's fine. You don't need to hear it. Look at it! It's in the background! It was following me! Fully, it's walking towards me. It was chasing me. This is not the only video that I have of it. It was fully following me. I'm never going outside again. Why did I think fresh air was a good idea? Why have people been telling me to go outside? I touched grass and immediately was in an almost life or death situation. I had shelter. We were on a trail that was far away from some buildings, but by the time we had noticed, I was with a couple other people, by the time that it had noticed that it was following us, we had already kind of started speed walking over to the building, so we just went inside and waited until it left. But why was it following me? I tried not to make eye contact with it. I tried to avoid it. There was no reason for it to be so excited to see me. I attract meese? What do you guys vote? And I don't want the answer from Google, okay? I want morally, which plural do you think is correct for moose? Meese? Mice? Mooses? Moosen? Morally, which one do you think should be the right answer? Because I feel like I'm torn on the answer myself. Between moosen and meese. I think moosen is the best. I love him 123, thank you for following. I think moosen is the best option out of all of those. It's just fun to say. Not moose. And yeah, and if you think the plural of moose is moose, that's boring. Boring! If Envy, if that was your answer, boring! I have strong opinions on this matter. None. Cadillac 401, thank you for following. The moose is loose. Oh yeah, I texted my friend the video before I posted it on TikTok and was immediately like, dude, I just got chased by a moose. And he responded with, no, you mean a moose let you go. And he's absolutely right. I did not escape. The moose let me leave. It let me walk away. It said, okay, you know what? You deserve this. Walk away. Let's go. The title? Yes. I'm concerned. You should be. I almost died. Just kidding. I'm okay. Everything's fine. I'm fine. I just have this habit of making animals mad at me for some reason. I'm not even doing anything. I have a negative energy. I hope not. Cats love me. It's wild animals. I won't talk about it too much on here because I don't want people coming in and then immediately getting smacked in the face with arachnophobia. But there are some weird things with spiders that are happening to me right now that I've been documenting on TikTok. And I think Mother Nature has it out for me. Moosin, a magentic moose energy. I think do you mean majestic or is magentic a word? Because that looks like magnetic, but magenta. Are you trying to say... It's a hard reading day for me, chat. I was trying to install a noise reduction thing on my mic earlier, and I literally had to screen share so that Tao could read it to me, because I was having a difficult time with reading. It's a hard typing day. Well, there we go. We're on equal ground then, Lorraine. I don't blame you. I love spiders. They've always been very nice to me, and I'm very nice to them, and they live around me, and I love them. I really like bugs. I'm a big bug fan. Spiders are part of that. Until they're, like, straight up in my space, then we're gonna have a problem. Bye, Golden Days. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. I just really like animals. It's 40 degrees out. I'm suffering. 40 degrees? Celsius? Didn't we just say 33 degrees was like 90? Is 40 degrees like upwards of 100? That sounds horrible. I'm sorry. That only bugs I like are bug Pokemon. Bug Pokemon are banger. I was rewatching the first Pokemon episode, like Indigo League, like the first, and this might have been like the second or third episode actually, but Ash catches a Caterpie, and Misty is so grossed out by it, and is like, rail into this worm. She's like, this is so ugly, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen, get it away from me. And this worm starts crying. If you had a bug Pokemon in front of you, I don't think you'd have the heart to rip it up like that. That's awful. Kiwi Live, thank you for following, thank you. Only acceptable bugs are bugs from A Bug's Life. The grasshoppers, or wait, are they locusts or grasshoppers? The villains of A Bug's Life, though, I still think that is one of the scariest, like, evil creature designs that Disney has ever done. One of the scariest villains I've ever seen. Sorry that my delay is so bad, chat. I said I wasn't gonna be here, but I am! Hi, Zoe! Thank you for being here. It's all good. I don't know how long we'll be chilling for. I'm glad you could stop by. 40 degrees is 104? That's awful. Do you guys have 104? Hopefully you have AC. Because I was just reading earlier about, the heat wave in the UK, and, like, no one's prepared for it. At least I have air conditioner. Aircon! I have aircon! I'm very grateful to have aircon. Also, chat, I have a video I want to show you. It's the one that I credited to my TikTok that's gotten a ridiculous amount of attention lately about animals. I've been wanting to show you this video ever since I first found it. Have you seen Return to Oz? It's so creepy, but I loved it. Look up, wait, no? What is this? Return to Oz? Wait, maybe I have. Is it a Wizard of Oz thing? This looks terrifying. That looks real cool. I have no clue what this is. I'm gonna look into it though. That's so scary looking. Okay, cool. Thanks. Ooh. Yee. I love orchid mantises. Those are one of my favorites. They're gorgeous. There's no AC. Houses are built to keep heat in. That's horrible. Bagel Sis YT, thank you for following. We have no aircon in houses and so much insulation. I didn't even think about the insulation. We don't have AC and I'm dying. It's probably not as hot, but damn, doing it. Yeah, I can't handle heat either. It's really bad. And also, for anyone who is thinking about getting on HRT, or just like, I guess if you're curious, just so you know, testosterone makes your body hotter. Like, it just raises your natural body temperature and you get heat flashes all the time. And so this summer has been like I'm living on Mars. Like, it is so hot because the inside of my body is hot. So I cannot imagine anyone who's experiencing that for the first time during that with no AC. I'd love to hear about the moose incident. Well, I have the video on my TikTok. I should probably change the title. Oops, because I am done talking about the moose. But what happened was yesterday I went into the mountains and I got chased by a moose. Just straight up chased down the road. It kept following me up until I had to hide into a building. But I think that it's Mother Nature trying to get back at me because I also was cornered by a moose as a child in a lake and just had to sit in the middle of the lake until the moose left me alone. I've had some traumatizing experiences that I don't realize are that traumatizing until I think about it. You know? You ever just do that? Talking about hyperfixations, because I want to know hyperfixation currently. Go, chat. Give me your current hyperfixation. I need something. I need anything. I need my brain to attach to something and just be obsessed. Bez24, thank you for following as well. I've never seen a moose IRL. Why are they so damn big? They're horrifying. Moose and bears, put armor on those shits, go to war. How did we choose to domesticate horses? Maybe because you couldn't domesticate moose. Because I'm saying, how are moose not the immediate battle option? Are you kidding? Captain Kinky Ninja, thank you for following as well. Greek mythology, that's a good one. I want to get back into Percy Jackson. Maybe I can force myself to do that. Can they swim? Moose? I'm pretty sure moose can swim. They're in like... Yeah, short distances maybe. Maybe not. Can moose like swim across the ocean? My blood sugar's always high, so I'm always as hot as it is. Does that happen? If you have high blood sugar, your body's like a lot hotter? That's awful. Voltron? I have avoided Voltron so well so far. I know nothing about it. I'm doing so good, chat. I'm avoiding it so well. I'm afraid, because I know that I'll fall down that hole, but isn't it dead? Isn't Voltron over? Pretty sure it's still... I'm still in my MCYT hyperfixation, but did fixate on fixing my sink yesterday. That was kind of helpful. There you go! That's a useful fixation. I can't, because now I'm scared. Now I'm scared that I shouldn't be saying that. You should watch Hilda on Netflix? What's Hilda? What's your favorite Netflix show, chat? I haven't used my Netflix prescription in way too long, and it's too much. The only thing I use it for is, well, Pokemon now. Hilda's cute. What is this? This is cute. Oh, I'm probably just in the middle of the yep, there we go. Beautiful. Hilda's cute. This is a really cute art style. This is sweet. It looks like, I know it doesn't look exactly like it, but it looks kind of like a mix of like Gravity Falls and the Owl House. I haven't seen the Owl House, I've only just like looked at the animation, but it's cute. It's cute. Oh! I remember what the other thing was I was gonna show you guys. Analog horror! Any sort of horror game and psychological horror in general. I love psychology and psychological horror. Psychological horror is so good. Good choices, good choices. DNCMP fan, thank you for following, and Ghoul!
I'm an aviation student, so I fly planes, Cessna 150s, and it's hell flying on hot days 4,500 feet in the air.
First of all, awesome. That is so cool. I just barely watched the new Top Gun movie and was thinking about how they like filmed stuff in planes. I don't know if you've seen it. And I'm pretty sure you don't fly like fighter jets. It would be wait, I don't know what Cessna 150s are. I'm gonna look it up. But that's awesome. I don't know anything about flying. I just think it sounds really cool. So first of all, living my dream. That's awesome. Oh, this is a cute little thing. It's funky. It looks like the like propeller on the front always makes me think of little kids' toys, because I feel like you never see the propeller on the front of, I don't know, on the planes that I fly on, because they're all commercial ones. But that's so cool, though. Hi, I'm new here. What are your pronouns? Any pronouns. Here, wait, I'll put my pronouns on the screen. I used to have them on here. Whoops. Thank you for asking. I use any pronouns. Can we get a pronoun check, chat? I haven't had a pronoun check in ages. Can we do a pronoun check? Just your name and your pronouns, if you feel comfortable with it. And your favorite animal. Why not? We're meeting lots of new chatters today. Might as well start from the basics. We're also going to talk about animals a lot today, here in a second. Here we go. Beautiful. Whoop. Sorry, guys, this is not a professional streamer moment. Whoopsie daisy. There we go. Thank you for the pronoun check, chat. While we're getting our pronoun check, I'm going to stop touching this. I'm gonna get our sleigh pills out. If you are here for the first time, or just haven't been here in a hot minute and never seen me done this, listen, the gay agenda is really hard to keep up, okay? The upkeep is taking a lot out of me by myself. I need recruits. I need you guys to keep up on your medication, keep up on the sleigh, keep up, okay? It's time for your sleigh pill. We get one of these a day. Okay? Don't wear it out. I want to see some pop cats. After you say your pronouns, I want to see some pop cats. You better open wide, chat. Time to get the sleigh pills. Lorraine's on top of it. Here you go. For Lorraine specific. Oh, and NB. There you go. Poof. Perfectly. Boop. Boop. There you go. Incredible. 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 Yes, of course. The sleigh pills are necessary. We all have to do our part for the gay agenda, right? 2 water bottles in my room, and they're both empty. Shame on me for not filling up my water. Give me credits for the sleigh pills. Felix, you get credit for the sleigh pills. You heard it here first, folks. It's been ages since we started the sleigh pills. I'm glad you remembered, because I didn't know. And maybe it's not you, Felix, and you're lying to me. Excuse me. You can call me Ghoul. I go by any pronouns, and my favorite animal is the great-eared nightjar. Ghoul, now that I know that you're a pilot, great-eared nightjar. It's a... Oh! I was gonna say it's a bird, but it's more than a bird. That is an alien. That is a creature. I love that. Dex, thank you for following. Thank you so much. This is adorable. And it's got like a funky little... It just like opens up. It looks like there's nothing there. This is so cute. I swear I've seen like one of these type of meme photos before. But it looks so funky. I love it. It's like a little griffin. It's like a little mini griffin. It's like a cat bird. I love it. That is so cute. It does kind of look like an IRL toothless. Like a bird toothless. I like the little horns on the top of it. It's super cute. Alright, chat. I want to show you. My version of sleigh pills is insulin. I'm so sorry. I have no response to that. That's kind of my version of I have sleigh injections. My testosterone technically is a sleigh injection, to be fair, which is kind of good. Who's the sister in Phineas and Ferb? I need it for a No. No! I know this trick! I haven't been gone that long, chat. I'm not gonna go that far. Oh, this is how the world sounds to animals, by the way. There is this. But I really want to show you guys this video, because it's kind of awesome. So... let me make sure that this is not incredibly loud. Oh, that's why. It's my new thing, chat. I'm learning how to use my thing. I'm sorry. Wait.
Video to make is one
there we
that
go.
I call, at least
is
in
this
my
too
head,
loud, chat?
rabbit
Let me know
hole
if this is
videos.
okay.
And it's where I take a simple question, often one aimed at me, that I find personally to have deep, mind-blowing answers that can change your perspective of reality forever. Keeping it light. And the question I'm going to try to answer for you today, what does the world sound like to a dog?
Okay,
Let's go.
chat.
As you probably already know,
I'm gonna try not to talk about this. I'm gonna try to just sit back and let him talk, because you know that if I pause, I'll pause forever and just keep talking and talking and talking. But we're gonna talk about this after. Pay attention. This is mind-blowing. This is like world-altering information, okay? If you think that time is time and you're just kind of existing, you're wrong. Time is relative. Time doesn't exist. I'm about to explode your brain, okay? Willow Pets Lover, thank you for following. Thank you. Bye, Lele! Thank you for stopping by. Have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. I'm like, thank you for saying, thank you for singing. What am I saying?
Dogs have far more sensitive hearing than we do.
and they can hear higher frequencies than human beings can hear. They have about 18 different muscles in their ear that allows them to hone in the correct direction and frequencies. Lucy, look. And if they're really interested in something, they do the ever so familiar and adorable head tilt. It's always amazed me that humans don't do the head tilt thing instinctively, because it's actually a pretty smart trait to have evolved. We're really good at hearing if something's to the left of us or to the right of us, but not so great at telling if something's below us or above us.
Did you guys even know that the dog thing like had a purpose? I mean, obviously dogs do it for a reason, but I never thought about why dogs would tilt their heads like this. But that makes perfect sense.
For some reason unknown to science, we have not. But what about the fourth dimension, time? This is something that a lot of us don't realize, but all of the animals that we share this planet with have evolved to experience time at a different scale, speed, and resolution than we do. So while dogs hear higher frequencies,
oh, turn the video up? Yeah,
they're
absolutely.
experiencing a slow motion version of our world, and that includes sound. So you hear me talking to Lucy like this,
but Lucy hears me talking like this.
Nightmare
so I'm
fuel.
gonna do some math, and in this video, to the best of my ability and budget, I'm gonna show you what
subtitles as well. Sorry, chat. There you go.
the world looks and sounds like to a variety of different animals. Come on.
wait a minute, animals can't talk. How do we know how they perceive things? Hey, if you have epilepsy or if you are prone to seizures, maybe just stare at your knee for the next 20 seconds. Here I have a standard Energizer flashlight, and here I have a standard stopwatch. And next to this camera, I have a camera that can slow things down by 41 times. And let's do this.
This is gonna get kind of complicated if you don't know how like frames per second works. Hopefully you know how that works. Good luck. It's so hard to explain. For me, I'm so bad at explaining it.
That was fast.
Yes.
But in real time, any human being just sees a flashlight that is on. And that's because your brain cannot keep up with more than 60 flashes per second. So it just shows you the illusion of a steady on light. The temporal resolution of your reality is essentially limited to 60 frames per second. Now, this is actually pretty difficult.
What? Think about that sentence real fast. Think about that. The temporal vision of your reality, is that what he said?
Is essentially
the temporal resolution of your reality is limited to 60 FPS. You can't see everything, chat. You can only see so much. Your brain is so limited. That is so wild to me. Hopefully this is interesting to you guys. This is like my favorite thing.
Essentially limited to 60 frames per second. Now this is actually pretty difficult, and maybe even a little bit meta, to demonstrate on video, because video uses a very similar temporal hack where you think that you're seeing me toss a flashlight in the air, but what you're actually seeing is 24 consecutive images played in sequence to make it look like motion. That's how all motion pictures work.
That's true. Right now, you guys don't actually see a video, like it's a video, but you don't actually see me. You're seeing a bunch of pictures of me over and over while also hearing my microphone. It's just two separate little things that we've combined together, and your brain puts it together and is like, yeah, sure, and it's live, but you're just seeing pictures and hearing sounds. That's all it is. That's so weird. Also, Marippa, thank you for following. Thank you. Watching you with my 60 FPS brain. Amazing. Wait, I have a video of my dog doing the head tilt thing to a TikTok sound. Do you want to see it? Yes, I do. Send it to me.
Don't worry, I'm
obviously
done flashing lights.
Is it like watching an animation?
This is
animation
a
and frames per
stroboscope, or
second
strobing tachometer.
goes along with it.
And
Yes,
it's
very
essentially
much.
a strobe light, but
Human brains are so interesting. Humans are actually one of the least developed in the brain in colors and sound and sight, because we take up so much of our brain into human concepts like empathy, thoughts, speech patterns, memories, etc. True! Also, technically, we only see your past you since sound and light don't teleport. That's so weird. Stage Ninja, thank you for following. But I also saw a really interesting TikTok just recently that talked about this. That's like, all we are, right, chat, is a stream of consciousness. Our thought, our brain is thinking, and all that we are and every choice that we make is those thoughts and our perception of those thoughts and emotions and like that, right? That's our stream of consciousness. And then we have all of that packaged inside of our brain, inside of our body, right? So whether it's right now and you're seeing it a little bit delayed, or it's in a TikTok, or it's in a YouTube video, or whatever, when you are watching me in that video, even though I recorded that ages ago, that is a like frozen in time moment of you interacting with my consciousness at that moment. That's non-linear time. Even this is you're right with the delay, is non-linear time. So if you watch like anyone's past videos, you're interacting with them in non-linear time. Time doesn't exist. Isn't that so weird? And sorry if I'm melting anyone's
tell it
brain.
how many times per second to flash a light. And it's very useful in this genre of science. And in this temporal genre of neurology, this is referred to as the critical flicker fusion frequency, or CFF. And the hypothesis is that this is essentially the FPS of your brain. By using something called an
It's too hot for
electroretinogram
this.
and measuring electrical
I'm
impulses,
sorry.
we're able to take a close look at what speed of flashing
I
is
understand.
required to
When
see
it gets
when
too
the
hot, you
eye
just can't
stops trying to
think.
process
Too much
each
brain thoughts.
flash as new
Keypat Gaming and
information,
Shirley Venus
thus
and
just
Stage Ninja,
seeing
thank you
the
for following.
optical
Hi
illusion
everyone.
of steady light.
If
And
you're
of
just
course,
joining,
with
we're
varying
talking
degrees of
about
difficulty, we can
how
also
different animals see. This is called How the World Sounds to Animals on YouTube. And it's just talking about different frames per second per like animal and how we can theorize and estimate how they perceive time based on that information.
test this on animals who have wildly different
This is the type of things that
CFFs,
keep me up at
both
night.
using
It definitely is
electroretinogram
causing
and also
me
simply
a
studying
crisis
behavior
or two.
until it is reliably repeatable. And by the way, like a lot of science is dealing with perception, this is still theoretical research and it's always contingent on emerging technology. And we still haven't tested more than a handful of species, and some living things can't see, so we need to invent new methods of finding their CFFs without using light. And later in this video, I'll show you how I've been trying to solve that
Mushrooms.
puzzle. A few years back, I got my
I know
first
you're all
phone
big
that had
Mushrooms
a 90
fans.
hertz
You're all
refresh rate,
gay.
which is considerably
I know
faster
it.
than
Rowan,
60
thank you for
hertz.
following. Rowan, aka Stupid, thank you for following. Have you heard the theory where we're all dead right now? It's so interesting, but too much to type. The theory where we're all dead, I mean, I guess, one, if anyone is, like, worried or, like, needs a reality check or anything, we're not all dead. You're okay. If that's what you're concerned about or you're stressed about hearing that, we're not. It's okay. If we're talking about theories, different theories of the universe and things like that, it's all just a theory. It's just me talking. It's just noise, right? If it stresses you out, you don't have to think about it. It's okay. I personally like thinking about things that stress me out and discussing stuff like this because I think that being scared is a really good and interesting way to learn, and being uncomfortable and scared is what will stop a lot of people from educating themselves. So I think you should be okay with being uncomfortable and afraid when you're thinking about things. However, if it goes too far and you genuinely have an existential crisis from like thinking about stuff like this, take a break. It's okay. It's okay. Well, if you think about it, if a video is frozen moment of consciousness, you can interact with a dead person. Well, you're still seeing, like, I mean, think about when people say, like, when you die, like what will be there for you to be remembered by, or like legends never die, or things like that. And it's because if people remember you and people have like proof of your consciousness, I guess, you make something, that's you leaving behind like a legacy or a form of frozen consciousness, if that's what you're saying. So yes, that's a nice way to think about thinking. Yeah, of course. You're so smart. I just think too much. Chat, I genuinely do think I think too much. My brain has a little too many thoughts going up on here. So it's nice for me to be able to click go live and just talk to you guys and like expel the thoughts. But if it's ever too much, it's okay. I'm just talking. Nicholas is thinking, thank you for following. I like thinking about things that stress me out. Yeah, I do. It makes me feel I'm more in control, I guess. I'd rather understand something that makes me feel like I understand less than feel like I know everything while actually knowing nothing, if that makes sense. Because I think that it's pretty common that the more people learn and the more educated people become, the more they realize they don't know much of anything, because you realize how much information you can't learn and how much there is. So I feel like I've opened this door to absorbing all of this information, but at the same time, I don't know anything. If you guys think that, I mean, I just kind of like absorbing info, you know? And so if I say anything, I don't know, it's not like I do anything crazy. Am I a psychic? I have wondered. No, I'm not. I'm okay. I want to know more about how humans think. Human brains are so interesting. They are so cool. Okay, but first we're going to talk about animal brains, and then we can talk about humans.
And I noticed that all of a sudden Lucy here started paying attention to videos on my phone, and she would even growl and
Oh, sorry,
whine
I'll go
at
back so
videos
you
of
can
squirrel.
hear this, because this is important. Sorry.
to solve that puzzle. A few years back, I got my first phone that had a 90 hertz refresh rate, which is considerably faster than 60 hertz. And I noticed that all of a sudden Lucy here started paying attention to videos on my phone, and she would even growl and whine at videos of squirrels and things like that. And the reason for that is because when it was at 60 hertz, she just saw this. Dogs have a CFF of about 80.
How many of
which
you
is
guys have
33%
like animals
faster
that
than
will
humans, which
stare at
means
your
that they
TV
perceive
or things like that when you're doing it?
about
'Cause Ducky will
33%
watch
slower.
TV with you.
Dogs also see in what
It's
we
so
would
weird to
consider
think
a
about
low
how they see
contrast,
screens.
washed out effect, and they can only see the colors blue, yellow, and shades of gray. Let's view the world
Lucy
through
is
the
the
eyes,
MVP.
ears, and
She's so
time
cute.
perception of Lucy and Cora. Ready? Let's go.
So happy to be there. This is so nightmare fuel. Can you imagine? I mean, yeah, I just... It is so cool to imagine stuff like this. When I was little, all I wanted to do was be, like, an animal. I mean, obviously, and everyone's gonna be like, oh, you're a furry. Yeah, I know. Been aware. But I feel like that's also a very common experience as a child. That you're like, you want to be an animal, you know?
Good girl.
I would always think about stuff like this. I think it's so interesting. Hello! My kitten baby watches Dinosaur with me. I wonder what they see. It's so interesting, like, and what it is that's interesting them if it's colors. It's so bright. I like that, I mean, obviously this is just like a digital recreation of it, but I like to think that, like CT Spices was saying, that other animals see colors and more like, I don't know, just more focus to them, more brilliance to them. I feel like color is so dull to us. We have such potential to see so many pretty things. I wish we could see more colors. Or just colors brighter. Time is relative is a lot more true than you would think. Oh, absolutely. It applies to everything. Changing our perception to that of another animal might be good for horror. That's a really good point. Oh! It's so weird to think about how time is not the same for every being. Like, insects are so fast, but to them we are so slow. The thing is, chat, also 24 Karis, thank you for following. When I posted, I watched this YouTube video and then I made a TikTok about it, and it's gotten like almost 5 million views at this point, and it's so funny because in the video I just said that like animals perceive time differently based on like metabolism and their CFF ratings and things like this, right? Cool, thank you. Oh?
If dogs perceive our voices as slow and low, is that why they respond better and get excited when we do our baby voices of high and fast?
I do think so, yes. I'm pretty sure. Because I mean, like, we can't prove, everything's theoretical, right? We can't prove it. But that would make perfect sense. If someone was talking to me and they constantly sounded like that and then they raised their voice, I would probably get excited too. That would make sense why it would be an interesting, like, shift. Also, Ghost and Barry and Wire Does Stuff, thank you for following. Hi, everyone. And Ace the Samurai, thank you for following. Oh, we'll get to cats, don't worry. But what I was gonna say is, in this TikTok, right, there's a ton of comments in that comment section. Half of the people in the comments are like, how isn't this common knowledge? I thought everyone knew this. Time is relative. Yeah, time is, like, you know, your perception of time is connected to your metabolism, whatever. That's half of it. The other half of the comment section is people being like, fake, you're lying, time is time, yeah, whatever, what, did the squirrels tell you that? I'm like, ugh! Like, this is, time is relative. Is this new information for some people? Yes, it is, but it is so strange. It's just wild that half of the world is like, well, duh, and then the other half of the world is, well, duh, but in the opposite direction. Bud. Is it Explitinum? Thank you for following. That's an interesting name. Okay, we're gonna get to cats next. If you're wondering how cats see the world, I think that's the next one. That's such a cute dog. It's so fluffy. Oh, what about cats? What about cats?
So if dogs live in a little bit of a bullet time effect, then one would assume that cats, with their superior hunting skills, would live in a much more extreme bullet time effect. But surprisingly,
Just going around
a
showing
cat
streamers love,
CFF
visited 50
is only
streams
about
today.
50,
Well, have
which is
a great time
9%
visiting other
slower
streamers.
than
It sounds
ours,
like
which
you're
means
speedrunning
that a
that
cat's
shit.
reality
Thank you for stopping
is
by.
actually a little
I
bit
really
sped up
appreciate it.
in
Thank you.
comparison to human beings.
Cats don't see many more colors than dogs do, but
There you go,
the sharpness in which they see is superior to dogs and humans. But nonetheless, it still makes it impressive that they can always land on their feet, considering that they have less time to process it. Ain't that right?
Yeah,
Want
that
me
is
to
really
drop you
impressive.
and see if you land on your feet? I don't want to do it. I don't know how hard.
Rodents often have
That's so
higher
wild.
CFF numbers,
I would
especially
have thought that cats had more time. If they, you know, because the cat's always landing on their feet thing, but I feel like it's more of just a balance. Like, if you look at how cats' bodies are designed, they're, like, literally designed to pivot and land immediately. Like those tops that no matter what you do or push it over, it always lands the same way, you know? Cats are wild. Cats are crazy.
wild ones like chipmunks or squirrels. This little guy clocks in around 120 hertz. He looks pretty neurotic to us, but his reality is half the speed of ours.
Anyone seen that scene in Over the Hedge where Hammy drinks caffeine? Lots of people were bringing that up and being like, wow, that's accurate! Which I
Some
totally
rodents
forgot about
are an
that scene.
exception to this. For example, a guinea pig CFF is 50, a bit slower than ours, and a brown rat's is 39, meaning that it perceives reality 35% faster than we do, which initially is pretty surprising, but it kind of makes sense as these types
Yes,
of
you were
rodents
thinking
have
that.
evolved
Beautiful.
to cohabitate with humans and eat our waste rather than existing solely in an environment where they have to hunt for nutrients or
And that's so wild. Did you guys understand that? So he just said that, like, guinea pigs and, is it rats? Is that what he said? Yeah, that's
that it perceives.
brown rats. Yeah. Guinea pigs and brown rats, which are pets, and the, like, brown rats are the ones that, like, live all around New York, I'm assuming, and the ones that just kind of eat your trash, those types of things. And he said that those have slower, like, perception than animals that are super, super fast, like field mice and things like that, or squirrels and chipmunks, because they have evolved to coexist with us, so they're not constantly needing to escape. Whereas, like, super speedy mice, chipmunks, things like that, like, what? That is so... I drank bread and I inhaled milk. Well, I love chat. Love having an instant connection
eat
to
our
you guys
waste
and
rather
knowing
than
everything
existing
that
solely in an
happens to
environment
you
where they
guys.
have to hunt
It's
for
always
nutrients
fun.
or constantly
Never know
flee
what I'm gonna
predators.
get from
Leaving
you
the
guys.
mammal world, avians generally have much higher CFF numbers. My spoiled fat ducks here have a CFF of about 105, about a 75% increase from humans, meaning that they experience reality almost painfully slow
That
for how
sounds
chill
awful.
their life is.
I bet they love it, though. What worries do you have as a duck? Gotta get food? Gotta swim around? Move away from other animals sometimes? Like, who's gonna hunt a duck? Like a duck in a pond, you know? Radio Tower, thank you for following. That's really... You're not in much danger. You can just enjoy life. Lean back and relax. Ducks do have worries? What worries does a duck... Other than, like, predators, but, like, obvious... I don't know. What worries? You don't have to pay taxes if you're
Wild
a duck.
ducks, on the other hand, tend to use their perception of time
There you
much
go.
better. I've known Greg here for about 3 years, and if Greg doesn't want to be picked up, Greg is not getting picked up.
That's so crazy. So, like,
Now,
part of
smaller
domesticating
songbirds, like-
animals is that it changes their perception of time because we get them used to us and give them less natural predators, so their body doesn't have to hold on to those specific traits. It's so cool! How do people not find this interesting? How do, like, I will talk about this sometimes with, like, certain people, like coworkers or family members or things, where I think this is the coolest information ever. I want to share this with someone. And they'll look at me like it's the most boring thing in the world. How is this not cool? How is this not crazy awesome to find out about? Gotta find eternal love without Mr. Duck cheating on you. Well, oh, that's true. I guess ducks would have relationship problems. I have seen many ducks fight over each other. Never mind, I take it back. Ducks have some worries. Not very many, but a couple.
This one on my back porch have a CFF of up to 145.
Holy
What is
cow.
almost a
Look at
bewildering
speeding.
speed for me is much more nuanced looking to them. But what's more interesting to me is how they hear the world, specifically their songs. If I record them with a wide range
I forgot
microphone
about
at
this.
192 kilohertz and 32-bit, I have a bit of freedom to slow them down and maintain decent quality. Here are a few calls that I've recorded over the years in this format.
Okay, I forgot about this, but think about that and then reverse it. Whale calls. Because whales, like a blue whale perceives time so completely differently than we. Like, we are little, tiny little ants. Specks of dust, flickers in the wind to them. They are so huge. Think about whale calls being sped up in context with their time perception. That's like bird song. That's sorry, I need to just play the video for you guys, but my thoughts are running wild right now. I want to hear sped up whale songs now because that sounds pretty and a little cursed. That's a little cursed. That's like a Pokemon. That is so weird. Look at the way the wings move. It's so cool.
As one might
Animals
expect,
are so
measuring
cool.
the CFF of insects can get really tricky, but it's been done in a variety of ways, and a housefly clocks in at an astonishing 270 hertz.
I think
That's
it'd be
a
hard to get hunted down by a
350%
whale.
increase in time
Good luck,
perception that us
Felix.
humans have, allowing them to annoy us to no end while we try and swat them. It must be pretty awesome to live in bullet time, eh?
Yeah, holy
Actually,
cow.
no, it isn't. A higher CFF isn't necessarily any better than a lower CFF. These
Well,
are
we wouldn't know.
time scale resolutions that every species has evolved to have.
Bam! That was another thing that people were bringing up in the comment sections that I was like, how do I even put into words in a small comment what this is? That people are like, oh, that doesn't make any sense because then they're like moving faster than us. I'm like, no, that's not how it works at all. Also, Spencer the homie, thank you for following. I just inhaled an entire can of tomatoes. How am I supposed to help you with that? Also, this video is How the World Sounds to Animals right here by Ben Jordan on YouTube. It's very, very interesting. But he's totally right that they're optimal, like they're evolved that way on purpose. So if we suddenly had our bodies and our brains, Armydillo, thank you for following, moving in bullet time, it would be way too much. Like, we aren't equipped to do that. Can you imagine your thoughts speeding up? Like, it's already hard for me to keep track of my thoughts. Your brain would break. You're not supposed to do that. Like, there's a reason why we have to perceive time the way that it is for us. We've evolved to do it that way.
If humans could survive and reproduce better in bullet time, then we'd likely have evolved to experience reality in bullet time.
Yep.
An insect like a housefly might feel like a big fancy pants with its increased temporal resolution, but if you were to move your hand slowly over a fly, it would perceive your hand much like we would perceive
How do
grass
humans sound to
growing,
birds?
or ice melting, or paint.
Let me think. Well, how would humans sound to birds? Oh god, this is where I get confused and turned around. I would assume that we're also in, like, lower registers because of slow motion. The like, slow motion thing with the dogs. So, probably really, really low, like, bass sounding unless you raise your voice up high like you did with the dog. Which is probably why, like, whistling at birds and repeating birdsong back to birds works a little bit better. That's really odd. You guys, your questions, this is perfect. This is great. Keep asking questions. I love that you guys are actually interested in this. This makes me feel very
It
good.
would be too slow to be visible.
Humans
so here's a
reverb
good
and
life hack.
slowed
If you ever
down.
want to catch a fly with
Amazing.
your bare hands,
Slowed
take
reverb.
your time. Don't do it with wasps.
Don't do that.
Elephants perceive
Amazing.
time much faster than us.
This
They're
is also
herbivores
wild.
And they have no natural predators, so they benefit from a slower metabolism. So being able to see a developing rainstorm or plants blooming gives it the information it needs to survive ideally.
Okay. Does that make sense to you guys? An elephant? Kind of dumb question. Do sharks make noise? That's not a dumb question at all, but I don't know the answer. Do sharks make noise? As a general rule, they don't make sounds. Across sharks, 400 to 500 species, no one has ever found an organ even capable of making sound. The New Zealand shark barks by expelling water. Apparently, sharks don't have vocal cords. Interesting. That's a really weird, like, separation along with, like, I don't know, that why isn't that something everyone ever talks about? Is he saying most fish don't? I guess I've never really thought about it like that. You don't need to make much noise underwater. Yeah, you don't need noise unless it's like echolocation through the water. But that's the thing, is I would think that, like, since mammals that are underwater can make noise, I guess I just assumed fish could too. That's so weird. Some fish fart, and that's the only sound. Thank you for this information. Thank you for this information. This with elephants is so interesting to me because he just said elephants see time kind of like a time lapse, and so if they see developing weather patterns, that like can help them ideally, right? The thing is, didn't I talk to you guys about elephant religions and how elephants acknowledge the phases of the moon and they have different traditions that they'll do depending on like what phase the moon is in, and how that's like it's qualified now as religion, as like a practice that elephants do, you know? Yeah, I did talk to you guys about that. So I wonder if that's also connected with their ability to like just see weather patterns and changes like that, like if that has to do with why they do that, because that still is one of the craziest things to me, that like elephants, no one talks about that. Elephants have moon religions. Like what?
Really?
Wait, I need to know everything. Why would you tell us the radio? Wait, wait, I missed someone's question. Ratatouille, what did you ask? I'm going back up. I'm finding it. I wonder how different human speed is. Oh, I think there were some conversations in the comment section. I don't think he says anything about it. But because your metabolism affects your time perception, there could be slight differences in people depending on their metabolism, as well as things like ADHD and stuff. But it's all just, it's so many different factors that, you know, there's a lot of things. It's not just like one thing explains everything. But is it the bigger the animal, the faster they perceive it? Kind of. It has to do with metabolism and just like evolution. So like earlier we were saying that rats and guinea pigs don't move as fast in time because they haven't needed to escape like us and predators as much because they're more like pets and domestic animals, whereas like field mice and like really quick creatures like that and like squirrels and chipmunks are still needing the ability to run around, if that makes sense.
The fact that other animals seem like a blur to an elephant doesn't really matter any more than finches moving too fast for us does. More so than just seeing movement, the ability to recognize patterns are contingent on our perception of time, so it seems like most animals' critical flicker fusion frequency is determined by the time perception of what we eat and what eats us. Now there are exceptions, but generally, smaller, shorter living animals have higher temporal resolutions than larger, longer living animals. That housefly living in bullet time is really expensive to its metabolism. So expensive that many insects require so much oxygen
What's a
that there
microorganism?
is no time for it to go
A
through lungs and
microorganism
cardio.
is like bacteria and things like that, like, and viruses. Like microorganisms are things that you see under the microscope and stuff. Too small for anything that's too small for you to see but still exists, I guess, I think would qualify. And in that case, I don't know if we could check microorganisms because they don't have eyeballs. So we have to we have to measure this using the refresh rate on their eyes, and if they don't have eyeballs, I'm not sure. He talks about in a minute how to track stuff, or I think he said it here or in a different room. Yeah, that he tracks stuff that doesn't have eyeballs, but I actually don't know. Ew! Chat, you've got microorganisms all over you! Any part of your body you could put under a microscope and you'd find microorganisms on. You know that there's little things all over you all the time, and it's okay. They're not doing anything. It's alright. Bacteria's not all bad. There's stuff all over your face. Don't touch your face. That's actually probably a really bad idea. But, you know, it's okay. It's not necessarily gross. It's not necessarily an ooh. Bruce, thank you for following. Your skin is full of dead stuff, and alive stuff eating the dead stuff. It's the circle of life. Exfoliate, maybe, if that makes you uncomfortable.
Vascular system. Instead, they have microscopic tubes going through their bodies that
This is wild,
directly
too.
deliver oxygen to cells. And even then, with all that fine-tuning, a housefly's lifespan is only 28 days. So like I said, that bullet time comes at a hefty price.
And that makes perfect sense, right? We couldn't have super speed and then have it, like, not affect our lives in any way. That's why I really like superhero movies that put the pros and the cons both there, like semi-realistically, I guess. Because that makes perfect sense. If the Flash really was as fast as he wouldn't have a normal human lifespan. He would die early. Your body is not designed to move that quickly. You'd run through your resources too fast. I know if it's like a superpowers from some other crazy planet or something, maybe there's an explanation. But I like it when they make it scientifically accurate. I think it's cool. Also, Ivy Gardens, thank you for following. Some bacteria are friends. Only some of them, though. Only some. Stop, my skin is already crawling from a bug infestation. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said anything.
There are quite a few animals that have a hack for this. Since we can't exactly follow reptiles around in the wild with a stroboscope attached to their eyeballs, this isn't entirely understood. But in some research papers, you'll notice that it's hard to get an accurate CFF reading on anole lizards, for example. About once or twice a week, I find one of these right here in my basement studio, and I was hoping I could have one chill on my shoulder, but no such luck. As you may know, anoles and some other lizards can change their colors to blend into their backgrounds, and many reptiles can change their metabolism.
I've always wanted that power too. Like the octopus ability to like change your color and texture of
So
your
an
skin.
example, a lizard could heat itself up in the sun, slowing down its metabolism and speeding up its time perception, and it could recognize insect patterns. Then it could go inside some shrub, cool down its body temperature, slow down its time perception, blend in with its surroundings, and grab its prey once they make the mistake of getting too close. It is
What? Is that not like the most mind-blowing thing in the world to you? That is so cool. I understand how people like watched me explain that and were like, yeah, you're full of shit. It sounds fake. And when I heard this, I was like, there's no shot, but it makes sense.
thought that this is a similar arrangement with crocodiles or alligators. They typically
There's a lizard with a
chillax in the
superpower
sun,
shooting blood out of their
hunt
own
land animals
eyes.
from the edge of the water in cooler temperatures.
Yeah,
or an
lizards
even
are
better
cool.
example that you may have witnessed yourself is in turtles or tortoises. They crawl through a time-lapse reality on land, and the moment you put them in water, they swim away at high speeds.
That makes perfect sense. I guess I didn't really ever know that much about turtles to begin with, but I have always wondered that. It's like, why are turtles so freaking speedy? But then you get them on land and they're just chilling. But that makes sense.
My point is that a lot of reptiles, by changing their body temperature, have a knob that changes the speed of everything they hear and see. Reptiles are Keanu Reeves. So talking about the temporal perception of plants or fungi may seem a little bit silly considering that they don't have brains or eyes or ears, but a lot of them can feel pressure.
Oh, you missed the turtle thing? The tortoise thing, it was just saying, like, when you watch a tortoise in, like, you know, on land, they move super slow, but then the second you put a turtle, like, in the water, it'll go, you know, and it's because the water cools it down, so then it moves faster, if that makes sense.
It is. The next challenge, though, is communication. How can you tell if a plant can perceive time at all, much less the speed of which
Hi, DJ, thank
There
you.
is one
I
type
hope
of
you're
plant
having
that
a
I can
good day,
think
too.
of that, under
Or good night,
perfect
if it's good night for
conditions,
you.
can reliably, instantly respond to stimulus. And that is
So here you go, if you were
dinoflagellates.
asking...
For the last few months,
Oh, I totally forgot about this section. There you go. Microorganisms.
the room in
Amazing.
my house has been dedicated to cultivating, growing, and simulating a day and night cycle for oceanic algae connected to electrical stimuli, audio transducers, and pressure sensors. And I have a long way to go before I write a paper on
Then
this.
there
but
you
in the
go,
meantime,
perfect.
enjoy a brief light show.
So
And
he's
finally,
working on
this
it.
video
He's working on tracking microorganisms. So whoever asked that, there you go. That is perfect. Also, Like and Faith, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're having a good time. How many of you, this is your first stream that you've watched live of mine before? First stream that you've watched live. If you've seen any of my other stuff, but you've never watched me live before. Stage Ninja says yes. Okay, I'm gonna read out all of your names if it's the first time that you've ever watched me live, because that's wild. And then I have one more thing to show you that I've been really excited to show you. Do you think he has vitiligo on his, or vitiligo? I can't remember which one it is. On his eyebrow? I think so. I knew someone in middle school who had the same thing, and it was like on his eyebrow and his eyelashes. There were like white spots, which I think is vitiligo. So I think so. Yes. This is my first stream. Yeah, NB. Absolutely. Absolutely. First time seeing you, period. Well, thank you, Stage Ninja, for being here. Radio Tower, thank you for being here. Like and Faye, thank you. Bitty, itty, titty, witty, feeling. Incredible. Incredible. Sparky fun for you. Thank you. Mika's favorite. Olive didn't. I've been here twice. I hope to start coming more. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Also, Ash Gray, thank you for following. I have vitiligo on my beard and it looks like this. That'd be really cool, yeah, to have it like on your beard. That'd be amazing. I mean, hopefully it's like a cool pattern. I don't know. I've seen cats with funky little, or dogs that get vitiligo. I can't remember which one it is. And so they'll look like a certain way when they're born, but then it like the patch of white just like grows and covers their whole body by the time that they grow up. That's so cool. Buna, thank you for following as well. Not my first stream, but I don't think I've ever been. I've been here since I don't bother them and don't be bothered. Oh yeah. Okay, I was gonna say you're definitely not new here. Also, is it Erin YL? I'm not sure exactly how to say that. I'm so sorry, but thank you for being here. It's a pretty cool pattern now because it's slowly growing. Okay, well there you go. That's kind of sick. That's kind of sick. I knew someone who went fully, like, all of her hair was white by the time she turned, like, 30. That's kind of sick. I wouldn't complain. I mean, like, obviously. I have to fake a streak of hair. That's so cool. So cool. Merc, I sent the video of my dog doing the head tilt. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, okay. I have one more thing I want to do on stream, and then I will watch that video when I get off the stream. But chat, I want to show you something awesome. How many of you know what Midjourney is? Anyone know what Midjourney is? Because there's something kind of cool I want to show you. Okay, wait. I bought a subscription. Yes, it's the AI thing. I bought a subscription to it because I had the demo and it was just too fun. It was way too fun, chat. Midjourney is an AI that you can basically make anything you want. So yesterday I made, this is Satan ordering McDonald's. Here, I'm gonna have to... Satan ordering McDonald's. We've also got the Grim Reaper ordering at a McDonald's drive-thru. I was really trying to get them at the order window. It wasn't working. It doesn't always work. This is tall, lanky, dark creature standing in the middle of a Denny's diner. This is the most fun I've ever had. Give me anything. Anything at all. Eve Street had me do... This is horrible. Sleep paralysis demon standing in the grocery store frozen foods aisle. What is this? What is that? Nightmare warning. What on earth? Is he in the frozen food section? I think it's him pushed up against the glass of the frozen food section. Horrifying. Yeah, so this is an AI that will make basically anything you tell it to. Let's do... Imagine. What should I imagine, chat? I'm gonna imagine the Lorax as a Muppet. Because why not? And then, here, I'll find it. I will zoom you out, chat. I'll zoom you out. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be interesting. I don't know how this is gonna go. It makes it right here for you. Like, just right here in front. Friday, thank you for following. Thank you. Tonky Wonky. Okay, I'll make a terrifying sloth next. We have to find something for it to do, though. You can have it as, like, specific as you want. Eve Street asked me to make Demi Lovato enjoying smooth jazz, and I did do that. While the Lorax finishes, here, I'll show you guys Demi Lovato enjoying smooth jazz. Oh, this is James Corden being eaten by a giant spaghetti noodle. This one in the bottom, he is being eaten. It's like absorbing him like a black hole. It's kind of horrifying. Yeah, that's kind of horrifying. This is Jesus smoking a bong on a chill hippie couch, hitting a bong. This is also horrifying. Look at that hand. It's like out, it's like backwards stretched. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. Okay, I tried to make a moose. I was looking at a moose. There we go. Demi Lovato enjoying smooth jazz. This is a wonderful AI. Ruby Starling, thank you for following, and thank you so much. I hope that you are also having a wonderful day. Hope that everything's going well. The Lorax is a Muppet. Horrible. It's beautiful, chat. Isn't it incredible? This thing is truly something. Edit time for the new people. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. Okay, wait. Give me one funky thing to put in the AI, okay? And then you're right. We also got to do that. So I'll get that pulled up as well. Because you are totally right. I forgot to do that last time. Give me some good, like, a good suggestion to put in this AI, and I'll pick the best one. And we can make something horrible. Something cursed. I also think I'm going to do a whole stream about it, because it's really fun. Felix X the Lorax. Well, it doesn't know what you look like. It's an AI. How am I supposed to put you in? How am I supposed to put you in? It's Paul Kermit on a date with the Grim Reaper, Ryan Reynolds as Vecna, a moose chasing someone, sleep paralysis demon, the Onceler, this is making, Bigfoot playing poker. Okay, Bigfoot playing poker with a sloth and a moose. There you go. Because I respect anyone who chooses Bigfoot. Bigfoot anything, if you believe in Bigfoot, my favorite person. My favorite person. Pennywise working at a Foot Locker. Okay. I'm also gonna do that one. That one's way too good. Working at a Foot Locker. If you ever send me an AI thing like this and it's just like a suggestion and I'm bored, I might just send one to you. Because these are so fun to make. These are so entertaining to make. The ads? Oh, don't worry. I'll wait, chat. I'll wait. Don't worry. Anyone who's here, hey, if you don't have ads, flex your sub badge. Flex your sub badge, or if you're just lucky and you didn't get ads, you can say, I'm also here. Kind of awkward. Bigfoot playing poker with a sloth and a moose is coming along. It kind of looks like the moose became the table. And the moose became Bigfoot. There's two moose and a Bigfoot. Oh, it's coming along! There's cards now! I think Bigfoot is a moose sloth Bigfoot combo, which is kind of terrifying. Oh! Okay, wait. Bigfoot playing poker with a moose and a sloth became Bigfoot is a moose and a sloth, and he's playing poker. This is kind of horrifying. I don't think... Is he wearing boots? Pennywise working at a Foot Locker? Also terrifying. What is this? I think that's... I don't... An octopus in the shape of a pirate ship. Crab Ryan Reynolds. That's the last one we're doing. Crab Ryan Reynolds. I gotta. Everyone is going to eventually turn into a crab. I've accepted this fate. Crabs are the end of evolution. They're the end goal, chat. Crab is the end goal. I don't know if you knew this, but it is. Oh, Ghoul, I'm sorry. I don't know why your biddy thing didn't go through. Oh, it's because I have my alerts off. I'm so sorry. But Ghoul, you said 100 bits, do a great-eared nightjar as a monarch. Okay, I'm gonna do that because you paid for it, and I feel really bad that I didn't see it. Chester B, thank you for following as well. Thank you. Oh, crap, Ryan Reynolds. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like how accurate. I don't want to look at it. Why does the crab have a six-pack? Oh, I hate it. JT 2019, thank you for following. This is uncomfortable. Also, anyone, especially those of you who haven't been to my streams before or in a long time, stick around because we're nearly at the end of stream, but I have a little gift for you. Wow. These are really good. I hate the six-pack crab up here, but it's still really good. And this? I kind of want... Okay, give me more variations of the fourth one. I need to see it. I hate how good that is. This one just looks like a crab with sunglasses on. Crabs. What's the AI called? How do I do it? It's called Midjourney. There's a free beta that you can get into. If it's not open anymore, you can sign up for a waiting list and they'll give you a link. And then it's like $10 a month once you run out of free stuff to make. But it's pretty nice to play around with for free, so... Yeah, this is awful. Great, I think that's a great place to end. Here's a pretty one. Here's the nightjar as a monarch butterfly, which is really pretty, actually. Just looks like a terrifying little alien. It's kind of got little airplane, or the shark fins that keep it down, you know? That's kind of hear me out. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, one last thing, chat. One last thing. Don't go anywhere. Don't go doing anything crazy now. We got one more thing. Call in my name. Thank you for following as well. One more thing, chat. And this one's special, okay? If you've never been here for one of these moments, just know this is special. Okay? And I'm sorry in advance. Yeah, yeah. It's been a minute too. This is gonna be like a new experience for me. It's been this long.
I could roast you, and then you'd love it. You text me, I love you, and then I'd fucking ghost you. The big bird coming with the big strap. I feel so clean, like I'm not even shit. Big bird coming with the big truck. Feel so clean, like I'm not even shit. Big bird coming with the big truck. Feel so clean, like I'm not even shit. Big bird coming with the big truck. Feel so clean, like I'm not even shit.
It's beautiful, chat. It's art. You can't argue with me on this. It's art. It's incredible. Someone took the time to make that. The effort that got put into that, the Tumblr hot man. The only Tumblr sexy man to ever exist. I mean, what? 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 I don't know what you guys are talking about. What? I don't. Yeah, okay. Okay. Thank you for, sticking around with me today. I'm gonna just pretend like I never said anything and leave it at that. Yeah? Yeah? Leaving and never coming back after that. I deserve it. Pluto, thank you for following as well. Yeah, I deserve that. I absolutely deserve that. There we go. Alright, chat. We're gonna raid my friend, and I will, see you in a bit, alright? I don't know when I'll be back next, but we have more of the scary game, or more scary games, different scary games like Slenderman that I want to play. We also have the Disney Princess game, and more streams like this, because I think it's very fun to just hang out with you guys. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you guys had a good time. Stay for the raid, and I will see you guys later. Love you all. Drink water, take care of yourselves, take your meds, take a shower, and I'll see you later. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.